નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી.
Hello students, today we will study the solution by completing the square. This is the topic of standard 10 chapter number 4 quadratic equations. So in previous classes we have studied how we can find out the root or how we can solve the quadratic equation by factorization. So this is the another method that is called solution by completing the square. Now what is the meaning of this completing the square? See, we have studied the sum of the identities in standard 8. We also have studied further about the identities in standard 9. So, one of the identity here we have is that if here we have a square plus 2ab plus b square. If we have these three terms, we can write down it as a plus b whole square. Right? This is one of the identity that we have studied. If here there is a minus negative sign, then here we have to put the negative sign. Right? So this is what a plus b whole square. See, this is a square of the bracket. That means this is a perfect square algebraic expression. Right? So if we have given one of the equation and if we cannot arrange it in the form of the completing the square, then we have to complete it as a form of square, right? Like a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. And according to that, we can find out the solution. Let us consider one of the example. If we have the quadratic equation like this, x square plus 4x plus 4 is equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation with variable x. X raised to power 2 is there. So we know that we can arrange this quadratic equation in this form, right? Like we can write down x square of the first term plus 2 is there. First term is x. Okay, what is the last term here is b square. That must be the square of some number. So 4 is, we know that it is a square of the 2 square, right? So what is the number now remaining here is 2. That is equals to 0, right? So here we can see that here we arrange this quadratic equation in this form, like x square plus 2 first term into second term plus square of the second term, right? And that is equals to 0. Now we can write down this form like this as an identity x plus 2 bracket whole square, that is equals to 0. So here we get that x plus 2 whole square is equals to 0. Now we can compare this with the 0, right? So if we compare, here power is 2. So both, if we compare x plus 2 with the 0, what is the answer we get? X is equals to minus 2. This is the answer we get here. In the same way, square is there, so second factor we get is also x plus 2 is equals to 0, and therefore we get the value of x is equals to minus 2. So this is the case when whatever the quadratic equation we have given is already a perfect square. Now what will happen if the given quadratic equation is not a perfect square? Then we have to complete it, right? We have to complete it. So let us take one more that kind of equation so that we can understand how we can complete the square. Suppose this is one of more example, that is x square plus 4x minus 5 is equals to 0, right? We can see that here this is not a perfect square number. We cannot form the identity like this. So what are the missing values that we have to find out? See, here if we want to arrange it like this, x square plus 4x plus 4, x square plus 4x, these two terms are already there, but we need plus 4, and here negative 5 is there. So to make it the perfect square, what we have to do? We have to add 4 to this side, right? So let us write down it like this: x square plus 4x plus 4. Here there is no positive 4. We add the positive 4. So at the same time we have to subtract that number, negative 4. And this minus 5 remains as it is, and total is equals to 0. So what we do here? Whatever the required number is here, we add it. And we also at the same time subtract it. So that 4 and 4 will cancel out each other. Only the remaining 3 terms are x square plus 4x minus 5, that is equals to 0. So this is why we do, because we want to complete the square. Now these three terms, now we can write down as x square, that is the square of the first term, plus here 4 is there, and that is the square of the 2 square. And now the middle term we can write down as 2 into first term, that is x, and the second term, that is 2. Okay, now what about this? Minus 4 and minus 5, that is equals to minus 9 is equals to 0. Now these three terms, we can see that now we can write down it as like this: x plus 2 whole square. What about 9? Take this 9 to the right hand side, we get the plus 9. Now to find out the value of x, we have to find out the square root both the side, right? So when we find out the square root, applying the square root both the side, left hand side we get x plus 2, and right hand side what we are getting? We get the plus minus 3, right? Because 9 is the square of plus 3, 9 is also square of the minus 3. Now we can compare this with right hand side value, first with plus 3 and with minus 3. So here we can write down x plus 2 is equals to positive 3, and in second case we can write down x plus 2 is equals to negative 3, plus 3 and minus 3. Now take this x 2 to the right hand side to find out the value of x. So we get the x is equals to 3 minus 2, and therefore we get the value of x is equals to 1. So this will be our first solution. Now to get the second solution, take this 2 to the right hand side, we get x is equals to minus 3 minus 2, and therefore we get x is equals to minus 5. So this is the second solution, right? And we know that quadratic equation have maximum 2 solutions. Here both the solutions are different. Here we can see that both the solutions are equal. So if we put 1 to this, we get the total is equals to 0, and if we put x is equals to minus 5 here, again the total right hand side value, that is 0. So we can putting this value in this, and we can check that our solution is correct or not. So the thing is that here the given quadratic equation is not a perfect square number. What we do, whatever the required number is here, we just add it and subtract it at the same time, and we complete one of the square, and whatever the constant remain, we have to take it to the right hand side. Then after we have to find out the square root both the side, and whatever the value we get here, we have to compare it with left hand side values, and in this way we can find out the solution. Okay, so this is the method how we can find out the solution by completing the square. Okay, let us understand this by taking one of the question, that is of exercise 4.3, question number 1, sub question number 1. Here we have given one of the quadratic equation, 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equals to 0. We can see that this is not a perfect square. We cannot form the identity from this given three terms. So we have to, what we have to do, we have to find out the solution by completing the square. So two things we can do here. Here this is not a perfect square number. Either we have to divide this term with the 2, or we have to multiply this with the 2. If we divide with the 2, that only x square is remain, and x square is a perfect square number. Okay, second thing we can do is we can multiply all the equations with 2. So we get here 4x square, and 4x square is again a perfect square number. So two things we can do here. So this type of sum we have to start from the first term. First term we have to check whether it is a perfect square or not. Here this is not a perfect square number. So how we can make it the perfect square number? I have said the two methods. Either we can divide with the 2 all the equations, or we can multiply this with 2. So here let us multiply this with 2. Multiply with 2. So when we multiply this equation with 2, here we get the 4x square minus 14x plus 6 is equals to 0. Now our first term is now the perfect square number. So we can write down this term as a 2x whole square. 2x whole square. Right? Now the negative sign is there, so we have to put the negative sign. We know that what is the middle term? Middle term is, we can write down as 2 into first term. Now we have to consider the first term as a 2x, not 4x square. So the first term is 2x. Now we have to focus here. What is here? 14x is here, and here we have only 4x. So we have to arrange here the 14x. We have to write down the second term here such that we can make here the 14x. So how we can do? Here 4 is there. So here we can do one thing is that we can put the 7, because 7 2s are 14, right? But 4 is there, so we have to also at the same time divide with the 2. See, by putting this 7 by 2, we can arrange the 14x here, because 2 and 2 will cancel out. 7 2s are 14 and 14x is there, minus 14x. We can not only put the 7, because 7 2s are 14, 2s are 28. So it will become 28. So we have to divide with 2. So this is the first term of the identity, that is the square of the first term. Middle term is 2 into first term into second term. What is this? This is the second term. So now we know that what we have to put here as a second term, that is 7 upon 2 whole square. So as we add this 7 upon 2 whole square, we have to subtract it 7 upon 2 whole square. And what is this here? Plus 6, and that is equals to 0. So this is what we do here to make it the perfect square, right? You have to just follow the identity that we have studied earlier, that is a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. According to that, we arrange the first term. Now we have to put down the second term, that we put the 2 first term. Now we have to check this, how we can make the 14x here. To make the 14x here, we have to multiply with 7 and divide with 2. So by doing this, we get the next term, our second term, that is 7 by 2 whole square. Okay, as we add, this term is not there, 7 by 2 whole square. So we just subtract also 7 by 2 whole square, and this plus 6 will remains as it is. Now these three terms, see, these three terms are now making a perfect square. So we can write down it as a 2x minus 7 upon 2 whole square. Now what about these two terms? We have to take these two terms to the right hand side. So this 7 by 2 is now will become positive, and this 6 will become negative. Now take keep this as it is, 2x minus 7 upon 2 whole square. Here we have to simplify now. 7 square is 49, 2 square is 4, minus 6. Now take the LCM, 4 is the LCM. So here we have 49 minus 24. So what is the value we are getting here is 2x minus 7 upon 2 whole square is equals to 49 and minus 24, that is 25 upon 4. Now we have to take the square root both the sides. So by taking square root, if we take the square root both the sides, Here there is a square, so this is simply become 2x minus 7 upon 2. And right hand side what we are getting? The square root of 25, that is 5, and square root of 4 is 2. But the two signs we have to put positive and negative. Now as we know that, now we have to compare this with first positive 5 by 2 and negative 5 by 2. So we can write down 2x minus 7 by 2 is equals to 5 on 2, and 2x minus 7 by 2 is equals to negative 5 on 2. Now take this 7 by 2 to the right hand side. So we get 2x is equals to 5 by 2 plus 7 by 2. Now 2 is the LCM, 5 plus 7. So we get 2x is equals to 7 plus 5, that is equals to 12 on 2. Here we can cut 6. So we get 2x is equals to 6. Again, take this 2 to the right hand side, we get the 6 by 2, and therefore we get the value of x is equals to 3. Here also we have to do the same things. 2x is equals to 7 by 2 will become positive, negative 5 upon 2. 2 is the LCM, 7 minus 5. So we get the 2x is equals to 2 upon 2. 2 upon 2 is 1. And therefore we get the x is equals to 1 upon 2. So this is the another solution. Right? So here this is the method how we can complete the square. How we can take the whatever the remaining term to the right hand side. Then how we have to find out the square root, and then we have to compare. Right? So this is how we can solve this type of equations. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.